Drew Brees added to his historic career with another record in Week 5 this season when he moved ahead of Peyton Manning for the most passing yards in NFL history. But it wasn't just that he broke the record, it's what he did to honor all of the players that helped him along the way.
Late last year, at the Wilson Football Factory in Ada, Ohio, there was something special being made.
My wife called me and told me that I had this box here from the Saints. You know, I'd been cut for 3 years, so I had no idea what was coming.
And I wondered, that's weird, from the Saints, like, what is this?
Inside was no ordinary football. What these former players received was a commemorative ball with a note written by their ex-teammate.
I appreciate the time, dedication, and commitment you sacrificed
in order to make this record a reality.
All from the man who'd become the NFL's all-time passing leader, Drew Brees.
He starts in the shotgun, drops back, looks to the far sideline, wide open, Traquan Smith. And Traquan Smith is going to go to the end zone. Drew Brees has done it.
I love you, bro. I love you, bro. I love you, bro.
Drew Brees is the NFL's all-time leading passer.
In the bye week after his record-setting performance, Brees came up with a plan to honor those who'd made the achievement possible.
Come on, let's go win the game. All right, come on.
This was a great honor for us to do this for Drew and all the teammates that he's played with in the past.
In all, Brees commissioned the manufacture of more than 170 footballs for linemen who'd blocked for him, receivers who'd caught his passes,
wide open touchdown, Jimmy Graham.
even from his days as a Charger, a Hall of Famer who threw him a pass.
A halfback pass, Brees from Tomlinson, dives for the corner, touchdown.
We did the extra things that, that it took to win. And so we had a great chemistry. We knew how to push each other. There were certain things that, Drew can say to me, things like, we're gonna need you to carry us. And, I knew I had to be at my best and vice versa. There were times where I knew we just weren't gonna be able to run the ball. And Drew would have to carry us with his arm, and he did.
For ownership and coaches, and for the surgeon who'd repaired his torn labrum back in 2006.
I saw him come off the field with his right shoulder up over his head, and it was locked. I basically said to myself, if this was any other thrower other than Drew Brees, his career is probably over with. For me to be able to be one of those ones that he's recognized is very special.
In 10 seasons with the Saints, Marcus Colston caught more than 700 passes from Brees.
I knew I would hear from him just because he appreciates everyone that's along on the journey with him. And, the person that it's really about took the time and energy to make it about me as well.
Colston was amazed to see his football featuring their stats together.
It was one of those moments where you really had to take it in. This is a historic moment that you're now a part of. It wasn't about Drew. The word he used is we. That's who Drew is as a person.
Great job, big man. Great job. Great job. Never give up. Great job.
Part of what makes him such a great leader.
But it wasn't just big-name receivers. Lesser-known ones were remembered as well.
For the all-time leading passer in the NFL to consider sending a package to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, can't say enough about a guy like that.
Beset by injury during his season in New Orleans, Darnell Dinkins caught only one pass as a Saint. A pass not even intended for him.
Dinkins goes in motion, play action, Brees to throw, does over the middle, touchdown.
Drew did a great job of finding me. The play was not supposed to come to me. It did.
Darnell Dinkins with his first reception as a Saint, and he's got to be the last guy on the Saints that the Patriots were looking for there.
There's not a better moment in the season than that right there.
A decade later, Brees' gift set off a flood of memories and feelings.
It brought me back to some of the pain from that year, but at the same time, the joy for a man who everybody said what he couldn't do, and he was not only doing it, but doing it the best that has ever been done before. The message that this is simple. Every man matters. It takes 11 guys playing as one to be successful and achieve goals together. And without your team, you can do nothing.
For your leader, your quarterback, to recognize each and every person who had a part in that record, I'll tell you, it doesn't happen often, I'll tell you that.
With me having a little guy that's, football crazy, it really starts to put things in perspective, and really appreciative of the 10 years we spent together and, some of the things that we were able to accomplish.
To those who played with him, to those who helped him off the field, the gift of this ball and the grace of this note are pure Drew Brees.
The most important, though, is not receiving a football, but just watching him grow and mature and to be successful in football, but also be successful in life in general. That's really the thing that memorializes Drew Brees for me.
I have a lot of different trophies and memorabilia inside the man cave, and Drew has his own section now.
Thank you for being a part of this incredible journey.
All the best, Drew Brees.